Hi Sagittarius, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. A new round we're starting, and I went back to just the single deck instead of do two decks at once. Much easier to handle. So what if we get repeats? It's bound to happen. It happened anyways when I had two decks. So I hope you're all doing well. Lovely to be here with you guys today. And thank you for coming to watch the video. And I hope you get something from this. If you do, please like and subscribe. All right, what do we got for past energy, Archangel Michael, for Sagittarians? Checkered flag. Interesting. It's a 9. That's an end. It's like a finish line, right? 9 is the ending. And for the present day energy, we have old car. That's an 8. That's abundance. Wow. And upside down baggage, card number 7. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. That's heaven. 7 is spiritual. Baggage. Excess unresolved issues. Okay, so I'll read these to you. All right, so your past energy is the checkered flag. So this near or far energy where you cross the finish line. It's a conclusion, outcome, finale, completion, verdict, settled, results, signaling, the end, finishing first, achievement, culmination, final chapter, endings, and feeling relieved. So you were successfully completed something. Finishing first. Number 9. Okay, so present day energy is the old car. It's weary, retired, exhausted, bone tired. Wow. Needs restoration. It's overdue. Old habits die hard. Enduring. The good old days. Family patterns. Back in time. Stuck in the past. And nostalgia. So you have successfully completed a phase of your life, something, a chapter in your life, but you're feeling right now like it's time to retire. You're feeling right now it's time to just kind of put everything away for a while, that nothing is too pressing for you. You need some respite time. You need to possibly let your hair down and enjoy your life a little bit, because perhaps you and maybe you finished school, got your education, your degree, but you're going to rest a while before you actually hit the pavement looking for a job. You might just take on just some job, like a part-time job that won't be too demanding, especially intellectually, or you've completed working and you're retiring. And then we have baggage here. Excess, unresolved issues, held together, preparedness, rat pack, fearing separation, heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go, next phase, long journey. Yeah. So I think that it could be either one, where it could be anything that you've completed successfully. It could be a project. It could be a work of art. It could be having traveled. You traveled the world. Or you went someplace that you've always wanted to go, so now you've been there and you've done it, and you've come back and you're tired, you're wore out from your travels, good times and all that. But it's like it took it out of you. It took everything out of you, and now you are feeling as though you've got to pick up kind of where you left off before you went and did what you wanted to do, or did what you had completed. You got to go and pick back up again and carry on. You're being prepared to go. It's the next phase of your life. It's a long journey, which this card here. Let's get some Lenormand. Let me see, I got to get this cord out of my way. Okay, Lenormand. What's for the past? We've got anchor. Yeah, something that you had, and that's an 8 because it's 35, the number is. And so we got abundance here. So you have, like, there's an 8 and 8 here. So what you've done is you have completed something successfully again. So you have been quite abundant or prosperous in whatever way you want to look at that. Could be just an accomplishment is abundant or prosperous to you. It could be that you've made a fair size of money, income, or payout fee, payout commission, or investment, dividend, anything. It could be, but whatever it is that you were doing, you finished it successfully, and now you are, that was something that you were, it was your main, like your prime source for you of whatever you did every day, whether it was for work or your artistic endeavors with creating something, working with others possibly on a project. Maybe you did some sort of training for a long time to have to become the next man on the moon, you know. It could be anything that was exhausting for you. But it was like, it was your main ticket. It was your main function, your main purpose at the time. Anchor. That's where you put your roots down. That's where you threw your anchor to be settled there, so that you would, you weren't going to be, you're going to be very focused there. You weren't going to be waving around this way or waving around that way. There was just like, it was like a bird's eye focus on something that you were doing. And now it's over with, because that's the past. But it took, it gave you a licking. It took the wind out of you, kind of thing. So we got the key here. Number 33, mastering. You've mastered. You've set yourself free. I mean, like, because you've completed something, right? You completed something, you're released from that now. It could be even like if you were in the army, in the military, and you completed a tour, and you're back home now. And you're like thoroughly exhausting, because not only do you train a lot all the time, but you could have been seeing action. And so now, and far away from home, maybe you don't sleep well when you're in that kind of environment. I know I wouldn't. And it's not your own bed, not your home, it's not your family, although you kind of have a makeshift family with all your military cohorts, right? So it's like, now that you're home, you're free. You're free to have put that away. That's done. Your tour is done, or your project's done, or your work is done. Your college days are done. University days are done. You're free. You did what you needed to do to set yourself free from that. That was a time and a place, and now it's time to move on. It's like you're not, maybe you retired from the military, even if you're 35 years old. So yeah, you're weary, it says retired, you're exhausted, bone tired. You need restoration. It's been long overdue. Old habits die hard. You're enduring the good old days, family patterns, back in time, stuck in the past, nostalgia. I don't really feel like you're stuck in the past. I just think that you are just tired. Tired and needing a respite time, part of your life, phase in your life. Then the baggage comes along, picking back up. And brief is a letter, and that's card 27, that's 9. So that's an ending again. There's some kind of letter, and it's usually the document, this letter is about documents. It's kind of more of an official kind of communication that you're receiving or sending out. Suppose you could be sending out, but I think it's like you're receiving something, and it could be that you are, let's say you didn't retire from the military. Let's say you are just on leave, or you're back home for a time before Whether you get called to go on another tour or not, that's you never really know. Maybe that's something you want to do, but you never really know what's going to happen until it's about to happen. And I know I have a son-in-law who's in the military, and they just don't know anything until it's practically on top of them. The military is kind of that way. So you may be having to pack your bags again and heading out in the near future. You got letters from whoever. I don't know who the military, who you would get letters from, information documents saying that you are going to be officially on tour again in whatever country, doing whatever. I don't know. But it could also be that if you were traveling, might be needing to, you might be deciding that you want to go to Paris, or a tour, maybe the what do you call it, the where the Dutch, the Dutch and the Norwegians and Swedens and Finns live, that they call that part of the country. Yeah, maybe you want to tour that, like go on a cruise or go on a, who knows, train ride through that countries. I don't know, but you're going to be in the near future. You have, this says unresolved issues, and it could simply be it's an unresolved desire that it's going to be your next phase. It's going to be, you're going to prepare yourself to go somewhere else that you've been wanting to go, kind of ticking off things on your bucket list, right? And anything else that you know it's coming. It's going to come, but right now it's time to like just let your hair down and put your feet up, drink a few beer, and enjoy life. Resting, because you're not having to be, you're not on anyone's watch, and you're not having to be on anyone's time clock right now. So it's about you right now. It's about you taking care of you. That's the abundant and prosperous way of self-love, right? Taking care of yourself. Let's get a sun. The sun. When you wake up in the morning, Pooh said, Piglet, at last. Pooh. No. When you wake up in the morning, Pooh, said Piglet at last. What's the first thing you say to yourself? Success, happiness, all will be well. Yeah, because you have successfully completed something here. That was a huge, commitment. That was like a huge part of your life. It was just what it was. That was what it was for you. That was your life, whatever that was. And now you've completed it, and you've successfully completed it. You could have been retired. Maybe you worked for a company for 40 years. Like my mom, she worked for a company for 36 years, and then she retired. They had the ceremony for her and all this sort of stuff. But then the boss where she worked asked her if she would do demos, because she has the great gift of the gab. And everybody in the town where she worked knew her, because she worked there for 36 years. Everybody liked her, respected her. And so for her to do demos, she would be the one that would convince people to buy those products, if there was anybody who would. Got the Four of Wands. Okay, Sun and the Four of Wands. So Sun, it's about family time now, I think. It's about you hanging out in your own spaces, your villa, whatever it is. You hanging out. I think of this like as a hammock sometimes between the trees. So it's you hanging out, resting your weary self, right? Yeah, in the sun. Maybe possibly, maybe you live somewhere that's sunny, but maybe you're going to go to an all-inclusive resort for a couple weeks and just lay on the beach or in the hammocks in between the palm trees. Yep, this is wonderful, Sagittarius. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Last one, and then we will cut and start finding out the story, filling in all the blanks. Okay. here we go. We've got Hermit. Yeah, Hermit. That's going within. That's really focused. This is talking about being really focused. You know, in meditation, you focus. You focus on your breath, or you focus on the light of a candle. You put your focus somewhere so that your mind empties. And then the Ten of Cups. Okay. So happily ever after. So something to do with family, marriage. Now again, family could be like your military family overseas, you know, abroad. Family could be the people you worked on a project with for such a long period of time. Family could be your co-workers at work, right? People that you've come to know for a long time. And they feel like family because you see them every day and you spend, you know, oodles amount of time every day with them. But it was your main focus. Your main focus, just like the anchor here. But this is like the final chapter of this family energy of being a part of a community, you know, whatever that community means to you. Six of Cups. Now there's talk about nostalgia. Says nostalgia here with the old car. You may be, because you got time to be able to think back to more innocent days. You know, you and your brother, or you and your sister with the teddy bear. Thinking back to how simple life was then, and how much you enjoyed spending time with your family, because this is also, you know, about family. Pooh and Piglet are family. In the sun. Yeah. Okay. That goes with old car. We've got Six of Wands. There's victory and success right there again. Victory and success. Huh. With the key. Yes, I mean, and 6. There's 6 and 6 here. That's love and family. 6 is, right? Love and family. So you have successfully completed something and now are free to like accomplish something that you want to accomplish. Like this woman here is being crowned, and she's online because all the heart, the emojis and stuff. She's being crowned for having successfully completed the competition of becoming Miss, what does this say? Miss something. Doesn't really say, right? It's just scribble. Miss, and it's live. So there's something that you can now, you're free to pursue something that you want to do during this time, in the present moment. Now it may only be like something that's temporary. Again, it could be something like you go to an all-inclusive resort in some sunny location and hang out in hammocks. That could be what you want to do for yourself. You may ask a friend or someone from the past join you, very much so, in whatever it is that you're spending time doing as R&R time. And it may not be R&R also, Sagittarius. It could be like you are actually pursuing something, like maybe you do want to run for Miss America pageant or Miss Croatia pageant, if there's such a thing. I don't know. Miss Russia. But wherever you are in the world. But you might want to be in some kind of competition that doesn't have to do with whatever your life was here. Something completely different. And it's going to take you some work, you know, but it's going to be like fun work to you. Not that this was all drab and doom or whatever. That was good for you there because it was like 10 of Cups. It was happy. But this is just going to be something that's just for you. Just for you. You're going to possibly work hard for it, but it may just be that you're actually it's not something like that and you're just going to rest, like go somewhere or just stay home or go to your cabin on the lake if you have one. We've got the Six of Swords with the baggage. It's movement. Six of Swords is movement. She's in a car, right? And they're going from, you know, what they're sort of driving into the rough weather here. But they're moving from what appears to be sunny weather to more like the storm weather. Usually that's not the way it is with the Six of Swords. You're going from the rough waters to the calmer waters. But I think that this baggage, it goes with this card, right? It says it's going to be an unresolved thing for you. You have to be prepared. Fearing separation. You know that you're going to be going away. Heavy burdens on you. There's responsibilities now again. You need to be prepared to go. It's the next phase of your life, and it's a long journey. Or it's a long journey. You don't have to say it and it is a long journey. But or. So yeah, you're going to, right now, at this time, you're looking to do something that you're really going to enjoy doing. That's going to make you feel easy. You know? Easy and fun and just having a great time doing something like this, or just, you know, going to hang out at your cabin or go to a sunny island somewhere, so all inclusive, whatever it is. Maybe you're deciding to, instead of creating for money, you know, a piece of art, a work of art for money, or for a show, you know, like art show, where you fill up an area of the art museum with your work. So you've been very busy, you know, creating, working hard, and that's for money. But this, you might be doing something that is more, you may earn something from it, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is just doing something, whether it's for someone who wants one of your pieces of work, that they want you to create something for them, or, you know, it could be someplace around town that maybe you do murals and they want you to paint a mural on the side of their building, whatever it is. But it's in the near future, you're going to be asked to leave that sunny, you know, respite time stuff and go back into, and you know this, you're going to be heading back into the rough weather, you know, whatever it is. It may be going back into this, but it may not be. Like, because if it's military, you're still in the military, you ended a tour, now you're home, but you're going to know that you're probably going to go on another tour. May not be the same place or same country, but you know you're going. And then the Queen of Pentacles with the brief here, which is the letter. We got someone who is well respected, who's a hard worker, the Queen of Pentacles. Someone you can trust, someone you can go to for advice, because she knows how to make money. She knows how to make anything work, because she's very grounded into this world, the 3D world, right? She's grounded in it. So, which means that she heavily relies on what she can get from the world and make something of it. It could be money through investments or doing projects, and people are sponsoring her or whatever. It could be going back to work. You know, maybe you're going to start a cooking show. You know, you could start a cooking show. Well, that's something new to you. And it's going to be, you know, you're going to be leaving the respite time behind and going into like the clouds where things are unclear and not secure, right? Because you don't know how well you're going to do. If you're going to do well enough at all, you just might be going out on your own in a business, small business. Maybe you bake or you cook or whatever it is. It's something that you're going to enjoy doing, I think. But it's putting you back into the phase of working for money, like actually having to show up. this is a time where you don't have to show up, unless of course you're in a competition, you know, that's different, right? But if you're just kind of R&Ring during this time, rest and relaxing this time, then it's like you can just do whatever you want to do because you got the key. You're free to be whatever you want to do. You've got the Sun, happy times, and the Four of Wands here, which is like maybe spending time with your family, whether it's your family or your parental family. You know, you're going to be relaxing and spending time with family, or just hanging out at home, or going to the beach and hanging out in a hammock. But you know that the time is coming where you're going to have to pack your bags again, and that could be metaphorically. It's just like, because this could be like the bags, right? The burdens, the heaviness, right? Of getting back into this scene of society, of following your dreams, or doing what's necessary to put food on the table and a roof over your head, kind of thing. But some kind of information is coming to you to let you know it's time for that. Now this could also be something like let's say your spouse is working, you're not, but your spouse is working, and you've done your work, you're retired, but you're waiting for your spouse to retire. And you're R&Ring here, you're doing whatever it is you like to do. Online, maybe you have a side hustle of some kind, you're doing whatever it is you want to do, but your spouse is still working, and then the day comes when your spouse gets a letter and says, you know, it's time for him to retire, or he's retiring, right? The document comes and says you are officially retired. And then that's when you pack up all your things, because maybe you're moving to the mountains or something, and you're headed that way. But you know, it's of course you're heading into the rain, the clouds, rain clouds. But it's things are uncertain because you're going somewhere maybe you haven't gone before. You know, you're relocating. You know, you're pulling up roots where you are, and you're going to be putting your roots down somewhere else, and it's all new to you, and it's a lot of work to move, right? Especially if you're moving out of the province or the state you live in, or the country, right? So in any ways, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing something that you are going to continue to do, something that's going to put you back on the, let's say, manufacturing line, where you're actually going to be creating something for money. You're going to be doing something for money. And it could be the side hustle that you start here and you just make it a business. Sure. Could be. Let's see, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, hard work, the World, end of a chapter, and the King of Wands with the Sun, and the 8 of Wands. Wow. The Hierophant. Yeah, you just I think that what we've got going on here is that you are going to be, this is the future, past the near future. Okay, this is the future, past, so it's further away future, where you're going to be counting your coins, because this is your near future. You're starting something. So the divine is saying you don't have to worry. You're going to be successful. And this is being successful, moving forward, even though you're going into what would be like the moon energy. Things are unclear because it's rain, it's clouds, right? It's rain and clouds. But you're going to be doing okay. Having this kind of you know, ability to make your money grow, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, is going to it's going to help you overcome any kind of fears that you have, you know, heartbreak fears about. I think that it like, if it's like the one where you're moving, you're pulling up roots and you're moving somewhere else, you're going to have that nostalgia, right, about leaving where you've been for a long time. Maybe you've become embedded in a community, your neighborhood and whatnot, and you had a lot of friends, or lot of co-workers, and you're going to be leaving them all behind once your husband retires or you retire or whatever. So it's going to be something that is going to be a bit of a heartbreak, and you're going to be a little bit nervous and anxious and stuff like that. But the money is going to help you overcome any of that nostalgic, because you got the nostalgia card here, the past. You're going to be able to let go of the past, because you're going to be so dang busy. You're going to be so dang busy with the Eight of Pentacles, working hard, mastering, and manufacturing, manifesting whatever it is that you set out to manifest at this point in time in the near future. It's just going to get better, and you're going to be going la-di-da-di-da, here I go, I crossed the finish line again. How interesting is that? Crossing the finish line. So you're going to be crossing milestone after milestone. So like this. At first it was just that you started making, just one coin. Then the next milestone was 2 coins, next milestone 3 coins, and so forth and so on. You see, you just keep crossing milestones, and finishing off and ending off let's just say ending one chapter of your financial prosperity account, ending one, you're no longer only just with 1 coin in your bank account, your business account. You got 2 coins now. And so it's like ending the chapter, each chapter that you keep getting more and more, because it's a new chapter for you. You're earning more money. You're making things happen. It's the King of Wands, whether you're man or woman. King of Wands, you're making things happen. You could be bringing someone else on board. Let's say if you were going to be doing something online as a side hustle, and maybe you are doing YouTube videos about baking or cooking or woodworking, whatever. You might hire yourself somebody who does the videoing for you and the editing for you, so that all you have to do is focus on you doing what you do best. Okay? Or this is you really just, this guy here, he's really like, he's having I'm going this way. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going this way. That kind of thing. He's adamant. He's taking charge, taking control. The Sun, of course, happiness, happy. It's a big thing because you got 2 suns here. It's a big energy for you, big happy energy. That then is 8 of Wands. Things are going to start moving and start flying fast and furious, fast and furious, back and forth. Next thing you know, it's like who you're going to have to figure out who to hand it down to, because you're going to be doing so well that you're going to have money. Okay. Whatever it is, even if it's military, you're still going to have money. Going on another tour, the military makes pretty good money. Okay, so anyways, they can get their mortgage paid for, and this, that, and the other thing, or stay on base, and then all that money, you pay so much while you're on base, but not nearly as much as you have if you had a mortgage. Stuff like that. It's just, you start making money, and then you have to figure out who you're going to hand it down to. Or you're just going to be doing. Let's say you're doing a cooking show. You're teaching someone, your audience online, YouTube, how to cook. Well, you're teaching them. So you're handing down information. You're handing down skills and information to others. That's what you're going to be doing. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth communication, especially if it's online. You're going to have people commenting, and you're going to be responding to their comments, and it's back and forth. They're going to ask you questions, stuff like this, but it's happy. You're going to be very happy, Sagittarius. Very, very happy. It looks fantastic. It's going to seem like it's a heavy duty. This is the heads up that the divine is giving you, that in the near future Rest now is what they're saying. Take whatever time you can do now and just do whatever you want to do. Enjoy yourself, rest, and you know, just lay your hair down. Really, just do some big R&R, right? Because this is coming, and then you're going to be on the go, quite literally on the go, right? Something is going to get you back into taking action like this. Taking action, you're going to be working again for money. It might be something you really enjoy doing, but you're still working. You're still working. You're not just sitting around enjoying yourself. You're working, but you're making money. And it's going to get better and better and better and better and better. As you go to the point where you've got money to hand down to your others, you know, your kids or their kids or whatever, but it's just knowledge too, that you're sharing with your audience or the people that you like. If you're in military, you're going to come back and you're going to be able to share the stories that you had with other military personnel who haven't been on tour yet, and your family and friends and stuff like that want to hear about how it went over there for you, kind of thing, right? But it's going to be, you know, you're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. You're happy now. It's not, the happiness is not going to end, but it's going to be kind of like that energy of, oh boy, I wish I was sitting on the beach again right now. That kind of thing, because it's going to require some output from you. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful to you. Please like and subscribe, and we'll get with you again. Bye for now.